We are live. This is the market update. I am your host, Bill Noble. The hat stays on. The hat stays on. It's alt season. How did you know? You didn't up until today. You had intense sector rotation. Will that continue? Yes. What are the next sectors? Try our member group. Member group on YouTube and Patreon had all this stuff 2 days ago. So you definitely want to check out those groups. We'll show you how to do it later. The next narratives. Okay. Every sector that wasn't performing is about to perform. And I'm going to give this to you very simple because no one will believe me. Ready? Here's the new Magnificent Seven. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Here's our memberships right here on the screen. Please join us. Get the information early. Podcasts and sector videos, right? You can also get some really cool emoji by joining the $4.99 group. You get priority on comments. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. And then here comes the next four. Ready? Ready for a laugh? Cardano, XRP, Algorand, and Hedera. The American cryptocurrency projects that are not going to be subject to taxes on transactions. And you remember all this hyperbole, all this talk on YouTube, all this yip yap, right? We're getting everybody in Patreon. That's the middle tier offering. Every single thumbnail was XRP $2. XRP $2, XRP $5. Remember all that stuff on YouTube over the last 2 years? Yeah, everybody went quiet, right? Check out Patreon, please. Check out YouTube members. Been pounding away relentlessly. There's a short video. You don't believe me about what's going to happen in XRP? There's a short video on my YouTube channel that has 4,500 views in 2 days. That's like 4 times the normal amount of views, just explaining the value proposition for XRP. So you obviously want to subscribe to the channel. Turn on alerts so you know when we're going live. And if the content works for you, please hit the like button and support the channel. This XRP video, this is what it says. XRP is a fast form of money. The US government wants blockchain and crypto digital assets and the entire Web3 and digital asset community to be a monster booming business, hiring people, building things, making things faster, you name it, because they're going to reduce government spending and that reduces total economic output. So what are they going to do? Well, they're going to want Web3 made in America. Now, I've been talking about this and everybody's been doing meme coins, and that's fine. Like meme coins pulled a lot of capital in the system. A lot of people pouring into Coinbase, centralized exchanges. You know, I don't have a problem with it, although you are buying someone else's bags. You know, in things like XRP and Cardano, you know, you're buying like people who are defeated, who are giving up after years. I mean, it's somewhat understandable. But because YouTube isn't on it anymore, everyone's packing it in and selling the first uptick. Meanwhile, institutions are going to be coming in and going, here's a question. This is what institutions will ask themselves. Why doesn't XRP have a $750 billion market cap? Like you do realize that we have the orange man on the phone with Uncle Brad from Ripple, who, didn't exactly like endorse the right person, but they're on the phone supposedly. What are they talking about? The weather? No. Plus, Ripple has partnerships with just about every big bank. So if everyone's doing blockchain because the orange man said so, where can this thing go? Remember these headlines? I know you remember these headlines, like XRP $10 and all this stuff. I mean, I thought it was one of the coolest shirts he had. BitBoy back in the day used to have like an XRP baseball jersey. Like, darn it, I wish I bought one. We'll have to go with the cowboy hat instead. Right? And Cardano. Do you realize I got a headline in this news deck that says Cardano does blah, 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 blah to create a bridge for Bitcoin DeFi? You know, Cardano has always been trying to like find something useful. So independent of the fact that it's like the Charles Hodgkin's meme coin, He's going on Joe Rogan. He's going to be advising the president. We can't have healthcare records online, on chain, you think? Right now, what happens if he says, Mr. President, we need to get all the government and all this outdated software that we're talking about, we need to get it running on blockchain. Oh, and by the way, since Uncle Sugar is going to buy 1 million Bitcoin over 5 years, if there's a Treasury Secretary who comes in and he knows that they're going to go do something with crypto, well, why don't we just get ETH? Why don't we just, get some of this stuff now? Like, if we're going to go into market, let's just go into market. It's not going to market after it goes up for 2 years. Let's go in now. Now, I understand meme coins are exciting. I get it. I am not trying to be the boomer that talks everybody out of meme coins. But meme coins are stressful. You got to stay up all night. You got to get involved. You got to dump it when it gets to 200 million market cap, buy it back on a dip. It's exhausting. Whereas Web3, it's like, oh, Stellar's up 25%. Oh, okay. How far off its high is it? Oh, way off its high. How far is XRP off its high? How far is Cardano off its high? It's unbelievable. Like, in a way, it's easy. Just like the Magnificent Seven in equities, right? Like all the products that you used, Apple, Facebook, Netflix, Google, right? NVIDIA for chips, the Tesla, the electric car that you buy, right? It was easy because you used it every day. Now, in a way, the Magnificent Seven could be something that people really don't think is magnificent. But what happens if, do you think these guys are playing around? Like, do they look like they're kidding? They're all like traveling around together. It's like some kind of, like a Western movie. Like the heroes, like the Justice League, they're traveling around together, making it extremely clear what they want to do. Like, how bullish is this? Ask yourself this question. How bullish is this? It's giga bullish. It's buy every dip bullish. What did you get over the weekend? You know what I did over the weekend? I'm going to tell you what I did over the weekend is I got our YouTube members loaded up, right? Altseason podcast, me and Toby Ward telling you what's up, immediately into what's the next crypto opportunities, right? Those two sectors have coins in them. Most of the coins in them are up 10% right now, and most of them weren't doing anything or were down when we talked about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, buy these, crypto portfolio update. Yo, people, this is a sector game. It's almost like equities in the sense that you could actually set it up. If you get it set up in time, you might be able to just set it and forget it. That is not investment advice. There is going to be active portfolio management. But if XRP is going to flip Solana, what? Yeah, what happens if XRP flips Solana or Ethereum? That's the new flippening. Or any of these other coins that wind up with massive uses in the financial system, Web3, or Uncle Sugar himself. The new flippening. Let that sink in. I need a sink to go with my cowboy hat. Okay, let's welcome who's here. Members, Quantum Guru, Ron Birdie, welcome. Huckleberry Native, Eon, forget about it. Quantum, welcome. Dietz, Jordan, hello. Right? Joseph, welcome to the show. All of our members, Cossacks 8, here early. Bodine Brazies, the chiropractor is in the house. Yes, to keep everybody adjusted and on track. Right? Mizzo, Routine Cheese, Duilo, welcome to the show. David, Ian, bring on Altseason. Tendies, hello. T451, Philip, what's going on? John, Brick Dreams in original. GDL, thoughts on synthetics. Love synthetics. Don't let me forget about Infinex. I'll take a look at it. Right? Everybody banging away with those emojis. Patriot Caveman in the house. Frank, good day from the Netherlands. Okay, news. Let's go. The government runs on ancient computers and software and needs an upgrade. Okay. There's an article associated with this. You know, they're spending common business oriented language, or COBAL. Okay. Government computers are so old and running on such outdated software. You got to start asking yourselves, if Charles Hodgkins is an advisor, what happens if they start putting government processes on the blockchain, and that involves the use of layer ones? Like, they're spending billions of dollars on old software, but everyone is chasing BONK on Coinbase to the point where BONK on Coinbase has more volume than Bitcoin. And everyone is ignoring this up until like 20 minutes ago, right? Like, this is like starting to sink in. Like, people don't understand. This is how a bull market starts, right? What goes up? What you can't buy, what's hard to buy, what you hate, right? And what nobody owns. What does nobody own? Cardano, Stellar, Algorand, right? Artificial superintelligence token, Chainlink. We talked about. Ready for this? Polkadot. I got a whole Polkadot portfolio that we showed on Banter Bubbles in that last member podcast. You realize the kind of transaction throughput Polkadot 2.0? I talked to somebody from Polkadot at Consensus in April. Massive throughput, like the blockchain of blockchains. No one interested. You can't find, you have to ask AI what's in the sector. And I think you had Clover Finance and anything related to Polkadot onboarding, like Clover Finance exploded. So DeFi on Polkadot went wild. Meme coins may be next, or maybe they just start buying all this infrastructure, like layer ones. Like, you know, in 2021, when they envisioned the future of layer ones, when really all it was a giant venture capital pump. Now it's happening. It's happening, and everyone is standing around doing some other trade. I'm sure it's profitable for some, but this one is Coinbase, get set, ready, go. Sit and watch it go up for 2 years like equities. Everyone's like, the cycle. Yeah, the cycle is innovation. You are now free to build about the country. This guy has been telling you that with 205 million Twitter followers. I mean, again, this guy makes an announcement about blockchain usage. Forget about it. Senator Loomis says Treasury should convert gold for Bitcoin. Well, I don't know about that. I don't want to get caught short gold in the event that there's a physical delivery problem, but you get the point. Senator Loomis is telling the Fed, you know what? Find some money to buy some Bitcoin, or we'll find it for you. Again, they're not playing around. Everyone thinks this is not happening. This is happening. Doge could create economic freedom in the U.S. So, you know, DOGE Coin, DOGE the meme coin, it's called ending crowding out. So when the government spends all the money in the, when the government spends all the money in the economy, there isn't anything left for private sector. To answer the question that just flashed up on the screen, to access the premium zone, or I'm sorry, the membership area. Okay. If you go to the YouTube page, this is me, redid it. If you hit the join button, okay, up top, the word explaining this to you. Also, there's also Patreon, right? So all weekend long, last night, the chill zone, right? Where we go through all the big charts in advance. Next level XRP, XRP $2. You getting the theme? Yeah, this is all in Patreon. Plus, Patreon has a chat function, right? Going to show this real quickly, but you can be like, hey, Bill, what do you think of this? Kind of like Telegram. And that's the middle tier offering. So, hey, yo, come and visit us. Come and visit us. Got a lot of people in like the free Patreon area. Come on home. Come on home, man. Come on home. Bitcoin's correlation to U.S. equities and ETH weakens. So Toby Ward, who is the other analyst on the Unhinged Crypto team, not just the other analyst, but a really good analyst, has been talking about the decoupling for a really long time. Okay, I'll give you the decoupling. You don't understand it? No problem. I'll explain it to you. Pharmaceutical companies have a little bit of a pickle these days. Name is RFKJ, right? So if you make pharmaceuticals, food, agriculture, pesticides, whatever, you're going to have a bit of a problem, right? And so are the stocks of your company. There's a huge amount of denial about this. Then if you happen to be, I don't know, let's say a social media organization, okay, and you've been naughty, some of those stocks are in the Magnificent Seven in equities. How long do you think it's going to take people to figure out, based on the flows that are coming into crypto and the crypto ETFs? Like, do you have any idea how much money is over there in the Magnificent Seven? I mean, if you bought an emerging market stock fund and you think you're buying international stocks, I guarantee you that mutual fund owns the Magnificent Seven stocks. They are like universally owned. What happens if all of these different sectors simply and plainly fall out of bed and everyone goes to sell at the same time? Now, that's going to create quite the disturbance at some point in 2025, but anybody with a half a brain is going to start allocating money now. I mean, Greyscale has got products. They have an XRP. I think they have an XRP product, right? They have an AI product. You know, you can go in through those mechanisms. And what do you think the general public is going to do? They're FOMOing into BONK. I'm using that as an example. They're FOMOing into BONK, WIF. They're buying the absolute top. They're not buying the top. I don't know where the top is. I don't want to underestimate a blow-off phase by any stretch of the imagination, but they're definitely buying from whales. Meanwhile, the correlation with equities is breaking down, and people are like, hey, this stuff's going up and my stuff's going down. How long do you think that's going to take before every investment advisor, which we have in here, right? They got caught with their pants down on all this. They got caught. It's like, oh, they got caught flat-footed. Look, oh, wow, this is up. You know, we're like, what are we, 2 weeks from November 5th? Legacy doesn't get it, and the crypto bros don't get it. I get it. My members get it. My Patreon get it. Come on over. You're from a far off land and that's too much? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. BlackRock spot ETF ETH 6,000 ETH. Let me tell you something. I know that you're going to look at ETH and say all the trading is going on Solana. However, when it comes to ETF, the equities guys are going to view Bitcoin and Ethereum as gold and silver, as big brother and little brother, right? As Greg and Peter from the Brady Bunch, right? Big brother, little brother. Boom. That's it. No difference between them. Oh, ETH hasn't gone up. Okay, let's buy that. That's it. That's how equities work. RFKJ, Bitcoin is not only an off-ramp to this inflationary highway, but it's also restoring integrity to our government and personal freedoms. Yeah, I'm at UFC. I invented this whole government using Bitcoin thing. Thank you very much. And what? These guys are kidding, right? They're kidding. They're joking. They're doing another press tour on this. What? Because they're not going to do it? Really? You think so? Like, you want to play around with these guys? I don't. Solana meme coin BONK flips 24-hour trading volume in Bitcoin. I mean, again, nothing against this stuff. Solana only 306, BONK 460 million. I mean, with XRP, this should be like this could be like $1 billion. They could just, you know, they could do $1 billion a day in XRP. And don't be shocked. A lot of people think the Solana ETF is next. It could be XRP. I mean, again, the bullish case for this stuff, you know, everyone's like, well, Wall Street can only handle 2 or 3 ETFs at a time. Yeah, okay. Wait until these things start moving. They're like, well, we better get an ETF for this stuff like right now. Especially if Uncle Sugar's got his, you know, XRP is come full circle. XRP was just the persecuted redheaded stepchild. Now they're back. They're so back, and all their fans are out. Now they're starting to come back on YouTube because right now they're all watching this short video where they're listening to the short version of what I was just telling you. Steve T is here. Welcome. Andre in the house. Hello. Pancakes and peanut butter live. Hello. Global healthcare group Cosmos Health adopts Bitcoin as treasury reserve asset. Dennis Porter, we have officially open sourced our strategic Bitcoin reserve model policy because we're kidding about it and we're not going to do it. Elon endorses Howard Lutnick, who has hundreds of millions of dollars in Bitcoin. That's who Elon wants. The equities market wants the Soros guy, Bessent, right? He was with Soros from back in the day. I think equities want him because if there was ever a giant problem, he's seen giant problems before and wants to keep us out of one. Or so the argument goes. They pick the pro-Bitcoin guy, or anybody who gets picked is going to get told about Bitcoin, I suspect. No one is getting a treasury job. No one is going to keep their job over at the Fed unless they're playing ball on this whole Bitcoin and Web3 thing. Because remember, Bitcoin as a reserve asset, yes, there's a video about that in the member area. Okay. But Bitcoin as the thing that gooses the entire crypto industry, yeah, that's the perfect thing for the orange man. He's like, oh yeah, we can buy Bitcoin and goose the whole industry all at the same time. And people think this is not happening. That's what they think. Cryptocurrency recorded a record $6 billion in inflows this week, marking the largest weekly inflow in history. Gee, I wonder what triggered that. Well, you know, you have memes, so the general public can get involved in cool cartoons. I get it. It brings money into the ecosystem. But there's Bitcoin, there's XRP, there's Ethereum, there's all this stuff that that people can get their head wrapped around because, how far away do you think BlackRock TVs on American football games? What kind of commercials are you going to have running over Thanksgiving, right? When Americans are all sitting in front of the television. I mean, this is like breathtaking. And this is money flowing into crypto hedge funds, right? This is like hedge funds who are like, oh my God, they're going to chase anything that starts moving. Like if something's up 25%, they're going to buy the next dip. Something goes up 25%, it's like XRP. It'll go up, it'll wick back down, retail will sell, and then the hedge funds will just start scooping it all up. So like Ohm went from like $1.50 to $4 real world asset play. You see something pop 5 or 6%. Like I saw Polkadot, like last night, Polkadot was down 6%. It came back up immediately. Anything that has liquidity, they're going to go after. First, it was the memes, and now they're going to file into Web3 one by one by one in massive quantities. These guys, if they underperform, if you're a hedge fund, you do not own crypto and you underperform, you're done. Like the bull market for these guys is as scary as the bear market. The bear market, you can just hedge or sell. In the bull market, you got to be long the right stuff, right? Because it's not all going up at once. And anything that starts moving, they're going to jump on. So we have a banana taped to a wall that now has a 75x leveraged perpetual on Binance. So banana taped to a wall, I think got up to 500 million. Okay. So that's terrific. If, Eagle King is really good at this. He showed me the banana taped to a wall. There was a funny meme on it. This is great. This brings capital into the system. But I don't think Uncle Sugar is going to be building anything on banana taped to a wall chain. Just saying. Right? The investment opportunity that is in front of you is enormous. Now, you can trade this stuff, but I would recommend getting your other house in order quickly. Okay, an example. A guy who bought with conviction and just hodled. 51,000 Bitcoin, 49,000 average price. He's going to pay 100. Like Michael Saylor is going to go live on television with his phone and go, watch me buy it at 100 because I think it's going to 3 million. It has been announced that they are going to pay 100. They're going to pay 105. They're going to ram it through and they're going to make everybody unafraid. Now you may want to sell after that and take profits and move to alts, but they're going to pay 100K. They're going to. Because they don't care because they're not price sensitive. In other words, the people investing in coins right now, whether it's meme coins or whether it's these other coins like Web3, they're not going to be price sensitive in Web3 because they know it's too cheap. Like I said, XRP flipping Solana or XRP flipping Ethereum. Like that's cowboy hat radical. Michael Saylor added 51,000 Bitcoin for a total of $46 billion. It's amazing that you have Tape the Banana meme coin at 500 million. This guy, it's not his meme coin, but they have a meme coin that went down 70%. No one cares. It's kind of funny, right? When this guy gets on TV and starts paying 100, speaking of paying 100, Marathon Digital, a Bitcoin miner that produces Bitcoin, is now borrowing money to buy more Bitcoin. Like, miners can be AI companies, they can be energy companies. Everyone said, oh, these companies, let's get short them. Remember all this smart aleck hedge fund BS earlier in the year? Oh, yeah. Those Bitcoin mining stocks, man, they're overvalued. I'm going to get short. Yeah. I'm still short Tesla from 2017, but I'm going to double up on Bitcoin miners. Okay. Yeah. How's that working out? It's not. The only way to get a massive amount of Bitcoin after a certain point is going to be to take over a company. So, they want to hammer, like they hammered all these crypto equities on Friday. It's like, wow, excellent. You know what I'm saying? They've been giving you dips until they don't, until something's up 10%, and then you have to buy the first pause. Like, from here on out, a pause may be a dip. Or even if you do get these 5 to 6% dips, you and all the hedge funds stand down there waiting. If you sit around and wait for some gigantic dip, like a crash, like what happened in July and August, yeah, you're going to wait a really long time for that. Meanwhile, they're going to scoop up Web3, because Web3 is no longer somebody in a bunny costume handing out QR codes for NFTs at ETH Denver. Web3 is real. MetaPlanet follows MicroStrategy's lead. Yes, we'll borrow all the money you'll let us borrow at 5% so we can buy Bitcoin. Semler Scientific. Is there a pattern here? Corporations buying Bitcoin as treasury reserve assets and as a way to goose their earnings. Missed the Bitcoin rally? Bitcoin meme coins could be next. In some ways, I hope not, because this was the top back in March when Rune and all these other coins completely took off. Pups, which I like. Dog go to the moon. $1 billion cat. Okay. Let's get DeFi going on Bitcoin. Memes, okay, let's get DeFi going. An interesting sentiment poll. When will Bitcoin break 100,000? This from an edgy stock market guy. 24% this week, 25% Thanksgiving, 24% by Christmas, 27% by New Year's. I was kind of thinking Thanksgiving personally. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking like week right before alt season, and then alts run, and then boom. It goes when you least expect it. And if not, then they're going to do the Santa rally starting December 1. Either way, it's going. But in the meantime, the altcoin rally that you can get is breathtaking. I mean, Bitcoin dominance is at 61%. Bitcoin owns the market. Bitcoin dominance actually made a new high. It made a new high recently. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, I'm selling altcoins. Yeah, I don't like them. Yeah, okay. It's all about banana coin. Yeah, it is about banana coin, and it isn't, right? It is about this entire large cap market and even some of the smaller caps, which we cover in the YouTube member area. There are multiple videos. We have multiple different sector buckets, as Toby calls them, right? And we're expanding that. We're doing fluid TA videos, the one video that's in there has got TA on 15 coins in what we thought was going to be the next hot sector. And these coins are up 10% today. So it's yeah, okay, Bitcoin's going to go through 100K, but what happens before that and after that? Okay, here's the record inflows into crypto, again, for good measure. Solana has done 700% more volume than Ethereum. Everybody thinks it's all about Solana. Solana's going to break out. It's going to make a massive new high and keep going. Okay, but what happens when ETH wakes up? It takes one announcement to ignite all of the layer ones. 1 billion USDT minted on Ethereum. Unbelievable. They're going to go after all of this. It could be Uniswap, Maker, Aave, Arrow, the Base network. No one's touched that stuff yet. They did virtual, but that's it. $3 trillion Goldman Sachs plans to convert digital assets platform into a blockchain venture. So they're probably going to hire somebody to help them build private chains for settlement. That's fine. right? Like, here are your choices. Get on chain or don't do business with BlackRock, because it's all going on chain one way or the other. So even if this is a private chain and it's not public or whatever, you know, this does bring to mind real world asset layer ones like Dusk, right? Like layer ones where you can build stuff and trade and not have everybody see it like you can in Legacy. One has to wonder why all you hear about in real world assets is the token unlock in Ondo. Meanwhile, Ohm went up like what? 150%, 200% from 3 to 5. We'll go over the chart. What's everyone doing? What's everyone doing? Frenzy alert. JP Morgan's Bitcoin retail sentiment score hits highest record high. MicroStrategy call skew soars. Again, notice what the general public is doing. They're bullish, but are they long? Do they own Ethereum? Have they got XRP or Cardano? Do they? I don't think so. Do they have real world assets? Coinbase. We have a Coinbase portfolio released 2 months ago. Does retail even know what to buy? No. That's why they're buying meme coins and Bitcoin. That's why everybody in equities is like, oh, well, Michael Saylor, let's buy some call options on that stock. I would buy call options on the miners. That's what I would do, right? Or on Coinbase's stock. None of these stocks have made material moves yet. None of them, right? I mean, some of this stuff is still down. I mean, we might be able to go over it in the live TA section. Forget about it. Like, everybody is bullish, but the question is everyone long? Meme coin traders are long, but what about everybody else? What about everybody else? I mean, like, where's XRP Nation? You know, do you think everybody, if everybody was long XRP and everybody knew about it, I kind of don't think that XRP short video that I'm talking about has now 5.3K views. That's just exploding. This is people not long XRP, not long XRP at all, at all. Cardano Bitcoin bridge may be the first true step to Bitcoin DeFi. Dun, dun, boom. Solana-based dApps rake in record fees. Radium, Jito, liquid staking. By the way, all these things traded on Coinbase, right? Pump.fun is going to have a token. That's going to be unbelievable. Lido, liquid staking. Stake your tokens and then go for it. I mean, it's like leverage upon leverage for a community that's not long. They're not long. That's why it trades like this. Bill, why does stuff go up 50 and 60%? Because no one's long. Yoppy is here. Welcome. How high can XRP go? I don't know, man. What's the most ridiculous XRP target that you're used to? XRP flips Solana or Ethereum in market cap. That's the most wild thing I've heard, and I made it up. Ha! XRP surges past $1. $1. Everyone's like $10, $8. Everyone's like, oh, $1, let's sell. Dumb. XRP goes up as SEC faces, you know, all these, the SEC has problems. And if this was a meme coin, you would buy it. You would buy it if this was a meme coin, but it's not. XRP futures bets. Yeah, man. Because what? I'm the only person who knows this? No way. OG Bitcoin investor turned $120 into $178 million because he bought it at 6 cents and never sold it. There's a point there. There's a point. Like, you realize that this is like, you know, everyone's like, oh, I want to hodl. I want to be a stud. I want to be like Michael Saylor. Okay, bro. Well, you got a chance to be Michael Saylor and, like, I don't know, at least 24 altcoins. What about all the layer ones? Has Avalanche gone up? What about Phantom? Near in the AI basket at Grayscale. What has Near done? Nothing. TVL was leaving Near. TVL was leaving Ethereum. Dusk. What about these chains? Just like given up and left there. Algorand, Hedera, the bridge to karate combat. Come on, man. come on. What happens when this stuff wakes up? SEI, SUI, like everyone's looking at SUI going, oh yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe SUI is the Solana of the last cycle. They're just all looking at it. They don't know what to do about it. Well, it's like, okay, maybe I should buy some SUI. I'm like, okay, that's a great idea. I mean, when you look at some of these charts, it can go up for 2 weeks. But do you want to be an OG? Maybe that's what I should have titled the stream. Do you want to be an OG in crypto? Guess what? When we get off the stream, you can go hit the green button. Take your 15 at work and go, okay, boop. Been talking about the green button. There's a green button emojis. Members, please hit it and show everybody how cool it is. Lido is going to compete with Sam Altman, thank God, right? Ethereum faces more upside. Let me tell you something. You have to imagine a day when Ethereum gets going. Because if it ever did, like, where would the supply be in the market? There'd be all buyers and no sellers. Weekly inflow in Ethereum off the charts. Ethereum ETF thriving amidst overdue excitement. Aha, here we go. Personal financial advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, in expensive suits from Brooks Brothers, paid to know things about markets. Hey, how come we're not involved in Bitcoin? Hey, what do you know about Bitcoin? Well, I think it's like gold, and we should probably have 5% of our portfolio, 10% of our portfolio, 20% of our portfolio allocated to Bitcoin. You know what? The higher it goes, the bigger the percentage they'll allocate. The higher it goes, the more they love it. That's the way it goes in stocks. They are so caught. Nobody in crypto believed DeFi. We were on DeFi from the beginning. From the beginning. No one believed the DeFi. And then the election comes out. Boom. Like the first video we did, I think, for the YouTube member area was DeFi. This is like, way before the event in November. No one believed DeFi. Boom. The meme guys will tell you nobody believed meme coins. Boom. Nobody believed Bitcoin. Boom. Nobody even knew about XRP. Boom. Right. These guys are caught. They're going to be looking through the Greyscale products. They're going to be looking for anything. You know why? Because they want to keep their customers off Coinbase. They better get in Greyscale and get these ETFs and get on the phone, or their customers are going somewhere else. Because what do I need you for to sit in the Magnificent Seven, Bitcoin and Ethereum? What do I need you for? These guys better get with it quickly. Mr. Rally, what meme coins are next? Terminal of Truths. Godius Maximus is spiritual successor to Goatsy. It's a computer programmed to get you excited about meme coins. Pretty soon, it's going to be a computer trying to get you excited about AI-generated NFTs. It's inevitable. No one understands it. No one knows how to buy it. So it's going to go up. I mean, of all the meme coin things, this I get. Taped banana on the wall, not really. But this I get because no one understands it. Like there's virtuals, right, in the base network, and they have a token, Luna. Like, they have like a meme coin of a character that live streams. So this like character that's created and verified on a blockchain and then becomes a meme coin. I mean, it's like you need like an expanding cowboy hat for this. You need an expanding cowboy hat. AI meme coins creating new super cycle narrative. Like what exactly is the limit to all this AI related stuff? There isn't any, especially if you turn around and you start buying like the traditional tokens, which in many ways could be AI meme coins. We got herd in one. You still can get herd in this market, right? This AI thing is constantly evolving. I mean, like, this is a very low liquidity Genon on Sol. Again, not recommending any of this, but some of this stuff came out and just sort of died. Like A16Z has an AI coin. Again, The market cap on this, if I'm reading this right, the fully diluted market cap on this is 500 million. Like, if they can do this, and this is the motto of the character, am I going to get in trouble for this? Yeah. Okay. So there you have A16Z. There may not be a limit in this. There may not be. And it could affect all the other AI tokens. Now, MicroStrategy, the coin I told you not to do, as a point of information, it went down 70%. These meme coins, you either want to get them on 40% corrections or 70% corrections. If they hold after a 70% correction, even if it trades like, it doesn't trade so good, like this doesn't trade that good, bag holders are selling. I'm just saying 40, 40, 40, 70. After the 70 is usually the bigger move. That's just what I've noticed. Don't doubt for 1 second that algos are trading this market. Please don't forget to join the member area, right? We're going to have podcasts. We're cranking that up. We're basically going to pop the portfolios up on the stream and talk about the market. Then I'm going to do 7 to 8 minute laser focused sector videos. Folks, I cannot get this research out fast enough. I cannot. There was no market update for like 4 or 5 days because I'm servicing the customers, right? I mean, we are in it. If you're looking at this screen, you're like, oh my God, this is happening. Let me tell you something, people. This is happening, right? And, me and Eagle King and Toby, this is what we've been waiting for. You realize this channel is 2 years old? This channel next week is going to be 2 years old. That is how long we've been hammering away at this, right? Now the AI and the thumbnails, and I can draw pictures of myself. Forget about it. There's no limit to the amount of videos that I can create, and there's no limit to the sector rotations and the altcoins that are going to go up here, because Web3 is not bunny costume anymore. It's not. Okay, let's see who's here. Let's get back to the stream. I got to see my members. We got member questions coming in. Almost 6K views on the almost 6K views now on the XRP short, but who's counting? Who's counting? They're coming after that thing, man. They're coming after that thing. They got to go get, you got to go get your Ben Armstrong XRP. You got to go get your Ben Armstrong XRP jersey on right now. Like right now. Jordan Key, Dietz, Ron, Joe Mike, right? Chad Dancer, what's going on? It was on my 3rd time buying into XRP and HBAR. I got so tired of them. Dude, I know. There's one guy I think that is sponsored by Algorand or talks about Algorand a lot. A lot of people that dumped that coin. I get it. It was the ultimate frustration trade. Do you think the 100K sell-off has already been front run? Dude, I think so. I think people just got afraid of 100K and they decided to buy everything else. Everything just had to catch up, right? It just had to catch up. That's all. Fernando, let's go. Ron hitting the banana and the green buy button emoji. Bubba Smith out there as well. Julius Max, hello. Huckleberry Native, been with you since day one, right? 2 years on this channel went by fast. What caused the Solana increase? Okay, what caused the Solana increase was probably Robinhood. Let's check the overall market here. Okay, so Bitcoin not doing much. Solana pumped off Robinhood and then came off. Okay, this is November 18th, midday. Polkadot up 6%. Polkadot gets through this area. It's gone. I mean, do you realize if you go to a weekly chart in Polkadot, this is going to be the next sector report. We've showed the portfolio. I mean, this is Polkadot weekly. And like I said, it's like you can't even draw on this thing without laughing. Do you have any idea what happens if and this signal on Lux Algo is a 4. So that's the strongest AI buy signal from Lux Algo in Polkadot, still inside the weekly discount zone. People are telling me this can't go up. I mean, this went up in 2021 when it was vaporware. 485% to equilibrium weekly. And the 2020 high, is that right? 1,000% from $4 to $54. I don't know. These numbers are just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling, right? What happens if someone comes in and goes, yeah, you know, I think we want to do this. Avalanche weekly. I mean, again, just to like kind of drive home the point, layer 1 infrastructure, right? Like meme coins are teaching us buy high, sell higher. And in all of these cases where you have these like these Lux Algo open mouth things that frankly, I never would have thought to draw. By the way, there's Lux Algo affiliate link down below. There's the Bill Noble indicator that has a video attached to it where we look for these 5-wave moves to see if there's a top. So you can check that out down below. I mean, this Lux Algo thing sells itself. I mean, look at what happened. Look at what happened in real world assets. Look at this, right? I don't know if it left it on the chart. Yeah, it did. See, there's that Jesse Livermore accumulation cone drawn by Lux Algo, which I don't know if I would have thought to draw that myself. And then this thing, it just is just gone. Just like, oh, whoop. $1.45 to $4.40. Bang. Tokenized treasury bills being used to borrow stable coins to FOMO in. Absolute, because they don't look at it as FOMO. They look at it as momentum investing. They're just like, ah, okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go to PowerPoint. Look at some of the stuff we got there. Again, please join us in the member area. A lot of stuff you see on the screen today. A lot of this stuff, you know what? I'm getting it to members. You know what I'm saying? Like members get stuff because they support the channel. We appreciate everybody who comes in and watches the stream, but please come visit us. Like it is happening right now. It is happening. And I'm sorry I'm yelling, but you know, I'm used to yelling. I actually fixed this microphone. There's the membership QR code. Look at this. Oh my God. Bitcoin dominance is at 61. Like ETH goes up, Solana goes up, XRP flips everything. Cardano goes with it. Algorand and H-bar wake up. Polkadot explodes. Near explodes. Avalanche explodes. Phantom explodes. The AI meme coins explode. The regular AI coin, the base network wakes up. How much room is there for altcoins? Oh my God. 61% Bitcoin dominance. I mean, yes, I understand. 105K, 125K is coming. So what does that mean? Solana at 400, ETH at 6,000. Like one of these coins is going to go to some ridiculous price. Could be XRP, as you've noted, right? I mean, how complicated is it going to be for retail to look at XRP and go, well, Bitcoin is at, Bitcoin is at 99,000 and XRP is at $1.50. Wow, I get a lot of XRP for $1.50. They're doing that in BONK. Oh, wow, I can get 1,000 BONK. So if BONK goes to $10, I'll be rich. That's what's happening in BONK. You don't think that can happen in the rest of these altcoins? Please. This is too high. Now, that said, in the Bitcoin ETF, if the Bitcoin ETF is above 54, it can go to 73. The blow off top level in Bitcoin is 105. I think it's this week or next week. Preferably next week because I think alts have at least 1 week to run. I don't think alts are going to stop for the rest of the year. I think alts will just pause when Bitcoin does its thing above 100. And then alts is just going to go right back up again. So every day that you see Bitcoin not going up, whatever altcoins can go up 20, 30%. Okay. Bitcoin could have 1 to 2 weeks of upside based on the DeMark work. So again, can you imagine? You imagine this gradual trend higher in Bitcoin, taking the whole ecosystem with it. I mean, this could get to a point where Bitcoin could be up 4% and everything else, all the other Bitcoins could be up 12 to 15. We've seen that before. ETH doing a very quiet wave 2. A pause that refreshes, in other words. You have a first leg up from 2,400 to 3,400. Again, ETH was at 3,400 right before FTX happened. They're graciously selling it to you currently around 3,100. And it probably should be at 5,000. Solana, 2 more weeks of upside based on DeMark work. Resistance is no longer resistance. This thing had a pause that refreshed. Like every dip is a gift, especially in the next 3 days. SUI, same thing. Like whatever dips you get, that is the dip. Like when's the dip? The dip is now. If it's not going up, it's dipping. A pause is a dip. A 6% down move is Christmas. SEI, somebody asked about this on the member stream. I tried to get it everywhere today. SEI, 80 cents. That's on a weekly chart. On a daily chart, it's 60 cents. What is going to stop any of these layer ones? Nothing. Nothing is going to stop these layer ones. If the U.S. Treasury starts buying these coins for government infrastructure, what is going to stop? Now, is that pie in the sky? Is that crazy? I don't know. What happens if the U.S. government contracts with somebody who has to buy these coins? Or what happens if the U.S. government just goes directly to the project and says, hey, can you help us with this? I mean, I think Goldman is doing it with Stellar. What happens if all these big private sector entities go, hey, let's go partner up with Avalanche or SEI or SUI. Let's go partner up with somebody. Let's get on the phone with Vitalik. I mean, what is going to happen? It's never going to stop. It's never going to stop. I mean, we're talking years, right? Years. Genius Group, another publicly traded company, is launching a Bitcoin, all right? Is launching a Bitcoin protocol. XRP, this is the dip. Notice, retail sells the first uptick. Retail pushes it down, right? Hedge funds come in, buy it up. The perfectly timed dip right now. This is a textbook DeMark breakout. You could have 8 more up days. I think this is basically up only. And I think it could be the same with Cardano. Like Cardano is like, okay, well, Cardano went from 30 cents to 80 cents. Maybe that's it. And then somebody makes an article about Bitcoin DeFi bridge and they're going to build. I mean, when this was like YouTube vaporware, this thing went to $3. Now they're actually going to build on it and no one wants it. I mean, when there's fundamental developments and people don't want it, or people know it's bullish and they don't want it, when they do want it, it's just going to go straight up. It's just going to go straight up. Hedera, again, the frustration trade, undoubtedly, of all time. Algorand, same thing. Guys can't take it anymore. They're like, get me out of this. Get me out of this. Guess what? It's now a cryptocurrency made in the USA. Made in the USA. Cosmos. It's a big fan. Mike Novogratz, Galaxy Digital, big fan of building on Cosmos. They have something like Bitcoin ordinals where they're like, inscribing things into the blockchain. This thing blows through, it touches resistance, it comes back down. I know this stuff is I know this stuff is a joke in some ways with, banana taped to a wall doing what it's doing, etc. But the thing is, folks, the Magnificent Seven, like the set it and forget it stuff where you're earning 100% every 6 months, these could be the coins, right? The Polkadot ecosystem, Clover, boom. Today or yesterday would have been the dip. And that's the market update. Okay, we're going straight to live TA here. Okay. All right. So yeah, we're going to do all things XRP like right now. Which one of these American projects are you the most bullish on? I don't know, man. It's got to be XRP and Cardano, I think. I think that's just got to be it. I mean, XRP has shown the ability to do totally unbelievable things. Just to address a loser, we had a guy who we love kind of get hurt in this. We don't necessarily want to buy more, but we do think it's encouraging that this thing is holding the discount zone after a major mistake by the project. That's PAL. Okay. XRP. XRP all day, every day, particularly if they're selling it, which they are, right? So everyone's selling XRP at $1.25. We had this like Fibonacci circle analysis that I liked a lot, right? Support held at the bottom, right? And then it went directly to one of the targets at $1.17. I told everybody that the head and shoulders bottom, you want to get involved down here so you don't have to worry about getting involved up here. This is the 3-day chart. Okay. Personally, I think you're looking at $1.80 by January. And you know what? January 2025, I think I had here at $2.80. You realize what this market looks like if XRP is at $2.80 in January? Forget about it. I mean, it's just going to be the most wild mania you've ever seen. And let me ask you something. How ridiculous is that really? XRP at $2.80 when the high is just below $2, at least on this chart. It's not ridiculous. It just isn't. Okay, let's go to XRP Tactical. Okay, so the good news is in XRP, right, it does a 5-wave top. So there is a Bill Noble indicator that you can use to find these 5-wave tops. So that means there's a pause in XRP, which means, you have some time. You got some, whoops. You have a little bit of time. How much time? I don't know. Hours, days. All it takes is one announcement. Now, you have some pretty intense FOMO here, right? A lot of XRP fans coming back in. It's good to see. Okay. I also think, you have to take it down to 89-minute charts. I think this is useful because, again, XRP is making this kind of open mouth formation, if you can see it. Now, currently, XRP is below that. So, is there a hurry? Not really. Not right this second. But what happens if XRP comes back inside this formation? What happens if XRP reclaims $1.15? You got to start asking yourself, it's going sideways, but I don't know. I don't know that they necessarily believe what's happening here. Somebody asked earlier about SNX. I swear to God, I can't. We talked about this, right? I cannot get enough of this old school DeFi stuff. Synthetics, like, you see this thing, these things that Lux Algo is drawing, these like wedges and triangles and things. Like, you break out of this thing and the affiliate link is down below and just boom, it's up 10%. It's up 10%, right? Okay. Ski Mask Dog ready for you. Can't get enough of Ski Mask Dog. All right. So with Ski Mask Dog, you want to see 40% corrections hold. So it's like it went down here, 40%, and then it eventually hung out and went up. This is the same thing. This is roughly a 40% correction. So if you're in a rectangle and you're consolidating and it's a 40% correction and it holds, then it's good. If not, then you just got dumped on, or it's going to be a 70% correction. So if it's not a 40% correction, it's 70. So to repeat, if it holds after 40%, it's good. If it doesn't hold after 40%, it'll go to 70%, which will mean an unwind of the recent rally, and you'll get to buy the dip here. This has happened in every meme coin. Generally speaking, if you're in a consolidation and that consolidation is square like this, it's good. It's okay. right? You just want to get the 40s or the 70s. That's how I like to talk about it. Okay. Keep in mind, DGen, very few lower cap meme coins on Base and Coinbase. You know, decentralized social media. I mean, this thing is wild. And this thing is moving in like 4 and 5% increments on the upside. But just, can we zoom out? Like, I'll get to the tactical and DGen. But I mean, all this thing has done is unwind what it did since June. It's just unwind this incredible bearish excess over the summer. My colleague made fun of me, most likely rightly so. This was horrible. You knew about the fundamentals of the project and they capitulated to such a degree. I just can't believe this one day isn't going to be just up only, right? It's going to take out its high, right? How far away is its high? You know, it's 200% to its high. Now, this is a little weird, you know, like they do meme coins and then meme coins go up and the rest of the market goes down. Then meme coins go down and the rest of the market goes up. This sector rotation back and forth thing, you have to get used to it. It is the new normal. Matter of fact, I think, you know, that's why the title of the stream, you know, is this alt season? Yeah, dude, it is. It just doesn't look like you think it looks. It's not this thing where everything moons indiscriminately for 6 months and then everyone sells and buys a Lambo. It's going to be harder than that. It's going to be harder than that because it's obvious. It's obvious what's happening here. I mean, in DGen, you're getting like, there's no money pouring in yet. The money poured in October and they all sold the rally. They don't believe it. I'm like, good. They don't believe it. I mean, on a 4-hour chart, it went to premium. Then it went back to the discount zone. You know, you did have some pretty intense FOMO on an intraday chart, but they're just correcting that. They just correct it. Like everyone comes in, buys the top, they consolidate, and then it's probably going to attack that trend line by the time it's over. Right? So, I mean, if it bottoms here, it's got 70% upside on a tactical chart. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Right? People like this is all on Coinbase, right? Scale. You know, again, on a 4-hour chart, another open mouth Lux Algo formation. When you've broken out of these things, it's just been bonkers. This is why like people are going, is it alt season? I'm like, yeah, bro, it's alt season. It just doesn't all go at once. It goes in rotating sectors. I mean, you know, oh, damn. Okay. So scale, daily chart, right? And this is everywhere, by the way. And I've seen this. I think I saw this in Fetch. You can pull that up too. I mean, scale, right, for our members, goes up, hits support, sits there, boom. Maybe Olas is like this. I don't know. No. Olas hit the bottom of one of these cones. Sorry to be random, but it's like I'm seeing this kind of stuff everywhere, where it'll go up and then hit some kind of Lux Algo level and then come back down to another Lux Algo level. Crazy. STX. What's STX done? I bet it's done absolutely nothing. This cross chain now. Okay, here's a perfect example, right? So Lux Algo makes this like wide mouth pattern. It breaks out. It comes back down. It's just sitting here. Like this is like, you know, I call this a Bitcoin layer 2. It may be a lot more than that. What has this done? Nothing. Nothing. This is like sitting here. Everyone's like, oh yeah, that's nice. Nothing happening. No, bro. This has been the pattern. 25% to equilibrium, 100% to the March high. And everyone's just sitting on it. Like I thought Toby was out of her mind with this thing with Moon River and all these like Polkadot onboarding tokens. I think this is a Kusama onboarding token. I thought she was out of her mind. She keeps talking about it. She keeps sending this stuff to me. Like, yeah, this is the coins. What? Like, what happens if people have to onboard to Polkadot? What happens? Right? It just goes crazy. It goes crazy. Like, here's another one. I'll give you a hint. This is in our HODL portfolio, ICP. So this could be AI. This could be layer ones. Again, another huge Ben Armstrong coin. Everybody was talking about this. Where the hell is everybody? It goes up. It hits Lux Algo support. And if you break out of this big mouth formation, forget about it. It's absolutely gone. Right? It's absolutely gone. Beam X. Sometimes I have a little trouble between Beam and Beam X. Thank you for clarifying that. Beam X. Toby has brought this to me before. Again, Lux Algo equilibrium after a buy signal. I am sharing screen, right? Okay. Lux Algo buy signal, money flow coming in. This thing is only at equilibrium, 60% to the premium zone. Who's going to stop any of this stuff? Where's the seller? There isn't any. There just isn't any. Right? There just isn't any. Okay. All right, people. Well, I got a little bit caught up in myself there. That was crazy. A better shot. I finally made a stream. Do Patreon members get emojis? Okay. No, that's the short answer. No. There doesn't seem to be anything I can do about that right now. The emojis are a $4.95 add-on via YouTube. I got the cowboy hat, I got the charts, I got the sector analysis, but figuring out how to get you emojis is, let's just say I got to get up on that. But I definitely appreciate anybody's business. People, listen to me. I've seen this before in equities, and I've seen it in crypto. Every big mistake starts with denial. Now, the good news is this is not FTX, so it's not like the market's going to go down. But if banana taped to a wall can go to 500 million market cap, can you imagine when we start having coins going to 100, 200, 300, 500 billion market caps? Right? Memes are going to go up. Memes will go up until whales take profits on January 1. In the meantime, this market is giving you an opportunity to buy altcoins while people are distracted with banana taped to a wall. Because like the long-term investment for the stuff that you may want to like give to your kids is now. Like you want to be Michael Saylor? You want to be the guy that bought Bitcoin at 6 cents? You want to be the guy that buys XRP at $1? Guess what? You can be that guy. There's YouTube memberships. There's Patreon in the middle. Patreon has a live chat function like Telegram. It also gives me the opportunity eventually to do things like Twitter Spaces in there. So Patreon is podcast, like coaching and a report with charts. YouTube is sectors, portfolios, and very specific laser stuff. Come visit us. Follow the channel. Get involved. We will see you tomorrow.